everyone, how's it going? In this video, we will talk about Palantir, trading under the ticker symbol PLTR. The financial market has been going through very volatile situations as of late, and one of the most talked about and sought after stocks has been Palantir. In today's video, we will go through what the company does and what it represents, the recent price actions, the company's financials, and my recommendation regarding whether it should be bought, sold, or held. If you appreciate my content, please consider to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, please check out the link in the description section, as every help is greatly appreciated. In today's trading session, Palantir's share price increased by around 6% at the closing compared to the day before, having recovered and holding its price above the $8, which is very significant psychologically. And from the looks of the momentum, this tendency is here to stay. Over the past 5 days, the price was up by about 13%, and over the past month, up by 28%. I believe that Palantir has now moved on from the worst of the sell-off phase, and despite the possible pullbacks, we will probably see some positive momentum coming in as the market at large recovers. Obviously, there is still the possibility of market-wide collapse due to an unforeseeable event. But so far, the market has demonstrated that for Palantir at least, they are now far more lenient. To sum things up, I think that Palantir is relatively tame for the time being, and with an overall emphasis that it's unlikely to go further down. Whether it's going to take off, I think that takeoff is relative, right? But if we say that can it challenge or test the $10 level, then I think this is realistic. Even the $15 level within a few years, or even just a few months, is also possible. Because we have to remember that, and I'm going to talk about it in a second, Palantir's gross profit is positive. What this means is that their business model is valid. And because of this, we don't have to be afraid of the potential issues regarding whether Palantir will have to grow at the expense of increasing its losses, right? That I don't think is going to happen. As the number of clients increase, they're going to have a bigger plate to manage the fixed costs. If we look at the long-term price action of Palantir, we must ask ourselves whether this company has a place in the economy of tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Palantir Technologies is a software company specializing in providing big data analytics and management solutions to various industries. The company's flagship product, Palantir Gotham, is a powerful platform helping organizations to make sense about the data and provide advanced data integration, analysis, and visualization models. One of the key features of Palantir Gotham is its ability to integrate data from a wide variety of sources. It can work with structured and unstructured data like text, images, and videos, handling data in multiple formats and languages. It makes an ideal solution for organizations having data spread across multiple systems and departments. Palantir Gotham also provides advanced data analysis capabilities, including natural language processing, machine learning, and predictive analytics. These features allow the organizations to uncover hidden insights and patterns in their data, which can be used to make better decisions and improve business performances. For example, a bank can use Palantir Gotham to analyze customer data and identify patterns indicating a high risk of fraud or a potential loss of customers. Palantir Gotham also provides secure role-based access to data. The platform uses a combination of technical controls and policy-based access controls to make sure that only the authorized users can access the sensitive data. This is very important for organizations like the financial institutions, which are subject to strict regulatory requirement for security and privacy. Palantir's solution is widely used by government and intelligence agencies and financial institutions, consulting firms, and other kinds of companies around the world. The platforms can help these organizations to make sense of complicated situations and to identify possible solutions. In conclusion, Palantir Technologies is a leading provider of big data analytics and management solutions. Its flagship product, Palantir Gotham, is a powerful platform helping organizations to make sense about what their data are trying to tell them and to make better decisions. Their solutions can be highly customizable and can be tailored to the specific needs of different organizations, making it a valuable company for the global economy. As we look at Palantir's financials, the first thing that is noticeable is the positive gross margin. Above all else, this is a decent reminder that the company's core business seems to work. It is true that the revenue has been growing slowly over the past quarters, which sparkles worries from investors. But the fact that the gross margin is even positive to begin with suggests that this business model is valid and can be scaled up, which can solve the problem once they reach a certain critical mass of clients. We should remember that Palantir's revenue managed to grow despite the very difficult environment it operates in. The cash flow reports suggest that despite having a net loss, Palantir can self-finance significant portions of its operations with positive cash flow at the end of each quarter ever since Q1 of 2021. This would mean that the pressure of Palantir to go through rounds of share dilutions would be relatively low. Another significant aspect to consider is the liabilities. This is relatively under control and has fluctuated slightly over time. In terms of shareholders, there is around 34% of institutional ownership amongst Palantir's shareholders. This means that Palantir does have a significant endorsement from money managers, but they are largely outnumbered by retails, and there will be a significant number of people going in and out of the stock based on the market movements and based on the last-minute news announcements. This would mean that Palantir is good for investment, but we must also be beware of people who are still hoping to profit off the swings and don't blink when small volatilities occur. One key behavioral difference between institutional and retail shareholders is their investment horizon. Institutional shareholders tend to take long-term view with a focus on a company's fundamentals and growth prospects. They're also less likely to engage in short-term trading and are less affected by the market volatility. In contrast, retail shareholders tend to focus more on the short-term gains and are more likely to make decisions based on the market sentiment and news. This can lead to more active buying and selling and can result in higher volatility in the stock price. Another behavioral difference is that institutional shareholders might be more active and involved into the governance. On the other hand, the retails tend not to bother too much. After all, as far as the retail traders are concerned, they've bought a piece of paper or actually a few letters on a statement of investment account, and they want to see this number grow. Currently, there are 4.2 million shares shorted against Palantir. Some believe that this might be a possibility for a short squeeze because the 4.2 million shares would need to be redeemed at some point, and right now it takes several days to recover. With that being said, I believe that Palantir currently has a certain number of short positions against it because of genuine belief that Palantir will have some serious headwind against it, and it's not necessarily concerted. It's important to note that the short interest is not a guarantee of a short squeeze, but is also a very important metric to monitor nevertheless. It's worth considering that the short sellers may have valid reasons for their bearish sentiment, and a short squeeze may not happen regardless of how many stars are being aligned. Basically, Palantir's price action suggests that the market is now getting it's getting increasingly optimistic about the price and the price action and also the company's future, because the bad news were probably priced in, and now might be a good moment to seize the timing and to start a new trend. I believe that eventually we will build up Palantir as a much better company, financially and fundamentally speaking, and that it can play like a significant role in the economies of tomorrow, and occupying like a significant chunk in our portfolio. Judging by the resilience of Palantir's price action, I believe that we should start building a position if we haven't already done so. The fact that the stock has been able to hold the $7 region and now the $8 region is, in my book, a testament that Palantir is now in a much better position. I would recommend a maximum exposure between $3 to $5 of your portfolio in Palantir shares.